circled this game on their schedule. Two of college football's elite colliding here in a matchup of top 5 teams early in the season. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Will kick it away to start us off. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And they'll start off with a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Made the defense look slow that time.
Chris, just like that, you get the ball to the best player on the field, and it pays off. One play and a touchdown. We knew this guy was going to have an impact on this game. I didn't realize it was going to be on the first play.
See if they can convert the point after. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Turns on the speed. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He'll stroll into the end zone. We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looked so natural back there. As far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go. And then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching.
Point after, knocked right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with a big touchdown pass. And the defense, wow, taking a shot on the very first play. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Chris, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare. A wide-open receiver streaking for a touchdown. You could throw a hook shot out there, let him get underneath it, and let him run to the end zone. What a missed opportunity.
Looking to pass here on second down. And this time it's complete. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
But when they're throwing the football like this, it is really hard to defend this offense because of the timing of the quarterback with his wide receivers. Another good example of it there for the first down. Makes me harken back to guys like Sam Bradford and Jason White, their Heisman campaigns and the accuracy that they threw the football with. Great example of that right here by this OU quarterback.
Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
After that incompletion, it's 3rd down. And he drops back in the gun. Throws it to the right. There's a wide-open receiver, complete. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. And the back now goes in motion. Caught in the flat by the running back. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally. It can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And the field goal unit coming on the field now. So it'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark. The attempt is no good. Missed it. Try is no good, and we're still tied.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They stop him right at the 24. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. He doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
Now, a 4th down.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, I know analytics are going to tell you to go for it on 4th and inches. It's just a little bit scarier doing it in your own territory. But listen, if you trust your offense and you trust the preparation you've had in these kind of short yardage situations, I say if they get another one of these, they go for that one too, because it clearly has worked out for them.
Defense will make this stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Second down, we're going to throw it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Receiver makes the grab, and the game just good enough for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They'll run it here. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area. Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades, going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter, Larry Johnson, and Miles Sanders more recently, and, of course, Saquon Barkley. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Penn State running backs, and I'm sure they're proud to see him running the football the way he is today.
Second down after that previous play. Takes the handoff again. Beside them at the 23, this offense is getting close to the red zone.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
The Nittany Lions with 1st and 10 here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Important second down play coming up.
Here we go.
They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Catch made on the right side. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pass is caught. Taken now, but not before he makes the first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
1st and 10 play coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He shreds the tackle. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Now the offense gets the play for the 15th play on this drive. It's been a long march. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. The pocket breaking down. Finds an open target on the left side. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution of that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Short pass finds the tight end. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. Looking to scramble. He lets it go on the move. Makes the catch downfield. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
First down, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds,
There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he can't hang on. What an opportunity to score there. Instead, incomplete and third down. This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver makes the catch. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. That last catch, Kirk, puts him over 150 receiving yards in the game. Let's start checking the record books. This guy's making a push.
yeah, it really doesn't matter what the defensive coordinator calls, whether they play man, whether they play zone. The quarterback has been able to find this guy all day long for such a huge day.
Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. It's not the way you want to start. First down and 20 now. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy, and the receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. From the shotgun, drops back. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
offense retakes the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. Oh, that one's picked off. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. First down, looking to throw the football. And he lofts it toward the sideline. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Bringing pressure. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. And he'll be brought down as time runs out in the first half. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Sooners will kick this away to get the second half going. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48. Nittany Lions will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Fired into a tight window and picked off. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
Ball handed off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground. And it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense.
Another Oklahoma receiver making a big-time play for this offense. Man, it just seems like over the years, so many.
There's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they go in front here in the second half.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT puts them in front by 7. Now they get set to kick it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's that defense shifting again. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. And the Sooners will come to the line to run the hurry up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete, even in a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Looking to throw it again. Looks left and finds his target there. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, just a great throw here. Surgical and precise in doing what they need to do to be able to pick up that first down and keep this Oklahoma offense on the move.
The Sooners offense is on the move now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here. And instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Loss of 1 run play. Brings up 2nd down.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. trying to extend the play. And he's hit right as he throws it, incomplete.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield. He better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Here's the punt, high in the air. They'll down this one at the 40. Sooners offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, and he's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This quarterback on fire today.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Number 13 set to kick this one away.
Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. Offense retakes the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will line up to kick it away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, it's Herrera. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. The guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Across the 45 now. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. No chance to catch him. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
So they'll try to add to the lead now in the PAT. So with the PAT, they take a 7-point lead, 28-21. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Now begin with a quick throw to the left. Breaks loose at the 40. The tackle is finally made, but a huge gain. They'll spot the ball near midfield at the plus 49.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
We've seen you able to make the stop after a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
They're going to run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Can't hold on. A good defensive play brings up a 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Finds his man, has the 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. The Nittany Lions looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
But the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Pass caught. And they bring him down at the 5. Solid game, though, in the completion.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. He's swarmed by the defense.
Chris, that's positive yards on 1st and goal, which is obviously good. But now we're at this point in the game, critical series. They've got to find a way to get the ball in the end zone.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal.
Get set, get set.
A run to the left, trying to find pay dirt. Physical run, breaking tackles. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Took some extra time in the weight room, paying off on that play.
What a job shedding tackles, crossing that goal line. And if you're this defense, you've got to focus a bit more on the fundamentals and wrapping up, because poor tackling teams get exposed by running backs like this.
Extra point is up and good, and we're now tied here in the 4th quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Handoff here from the shotgun. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9. And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play. Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards. But anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Short throw complete to the tight end. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Takes it inside the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Here's a run call on third and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They go in front in the final minute of play.
Just so impressed by this offense and the way they've executed throughout most of this day. Now with the game on the line, they deliver and give them the go-ahead score. There's enough time, though, on the clock. Your defense is going to have to go out there and make some plays to be able to win this game.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. So after the late score, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can hold up, preserve this lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start the 25. Penn State offense is back out on the field. So here we go. They need a touchdown. Got a little time to work with. How will they play this situation? First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Catch is made down the middle. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Nothing signals for timeout. 28 seconds remaining on the clock.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
A new set of downs after that completion. They'll change the pre-snap look now. And looking to throw now on first down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. He's picked for a third time tonight. Going the other way, can they stop him? So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
No, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side, but they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.